Waiting is an art, a deliberate practice that holds the key to unlocking your greatest potential in relationships. Now, when it comes to dating, most people look at it as a race, as if time is ticking and there's an urgent need to meet someone, to find the one. But let me challenge you to think differently. What if waiting isn't just about patience, but about positioning yourself for something greater? You see, waiting is not a passive state. It is an active and intentional process. In a world where everything seems to be moving at the speed of light, it's easy to get caught in the trap of rush to date someone just because society tells you it's time, or because loneliness whispers in your ear. But real transformation happens when you understand the purpose behind your waiting. You're not just waiting for a person to come into your life. You are waiting to become the best version of yourself first. True relationships are not built on the foundations of desperation. They are built on the strength of your own identity. Waiting isn't about wasting time. It's about discovering who you are, sharpening your character, and creating the space to attract what you truly deserve. Because if you settle for anything less, you'll find yourself in a cycle of disappointment and frustration. Now, let's talk about dating. Dating is not about trying to impress someone. It's about revealing the essence of who you are and allowing another person to reveal theirs. It's an exchange of values, a vision, of purpose. If you're dating with the mindset of I need to find someone to complete me, then you've missed the point. You were never incomplete. You were made whole from the beginning. The purpose of dating is not to find someone who will fill the gaps in your life, but to find someone whose purpose aligns with yours. In dating, you don't need someone to give you validation. You need someone who will encourage your evolution. The foundation of a meaningful connection is mutual growth. It's about compatibility, yes, but more importantly, it's about shared direction, purpose, and dreams. You see, dating is a journey, not a destination. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to expand your understanding of what it means to truly connect with someone. The key is not to rush it, not to jump from one relationship to the next, searching for fulfillment. True fulfillment comes from knowing yourself first. And when you are grounded in who you are, when you are clear on your purpose, when you know your worth, the right person will be drawn to you, not because you are searching for them, but because you are already whole. So, my friends, let's change the narrative. Let's stop looking at waiting as a burden and start seeing it as an investment in your own self-worth. Dating will no longer be about desperation or approval. It will be about finding the person who shares your vision, your values, and your dreams. When you wait with intention, when you date with purpose, you attract what you deserve, not what you think you need. Remember, your time is precious. Do not waste it on things that don't add value to your life. Focus on becoming the person you are destined to be. And when the time comes, you'll find that waiting wasn't just about the wait. It was about the preparation for the greatness that was always meant for you. Waiting is active, not passive. Waiting is not about doing nothing. It's a purposeful process of self-discovery, growth, and preparation. It's an intentional period to strengthen your character and position yourself for something greater. Self-identity before relationships. True fulfillment comes from understanding and developing your own identity first. Only when you're grounded in who you are can you attract the right partner who complements you rather than seeking someone to complete you. Dating is about compatibility and shared purpose. Dating is not about impressing someone or seeking validation. It's about mutual growth, shared vision, values, and purpose. ensuring both individuals are aligned on their goals and dreams. Don't settle for less. Settling in relationships out of loneliness or societal pressure leads to cycles of disappointment. Waiting allows you to avoid compromising on your worth and ensures you attract a relationship that truly adds value to your life. Rushing creates disappointment. Rushing into relationships with the wrong intentions only leads to frustration. Taking the time to wait and reflect ensures that when the right person enters your life, it's because you've evolved into the person you were meant to be. Waiting as an investment in self-worth. Rather than viewing waiting as a burden, see it as an investment in your future happiness. When you're focused on becoming the best version of yourself, you attract someone who aligns with your purpose, leading to a deeper and more meaningful connection. Waiting is often seen as a passive activity, something we endure while time passes us by. We sit idly hoping for things to change, wishing for a better tomorrow. But what if I told you that waiting is not just about doing nothing? What if waiting is one of the most active, deliberate, and powerful practices you can engage in? The truth is, waiting can be transformative when approached with purpose. It's easy to fall into the mindset that waiting is wasted time, especially in today's fast-paced world. We're constantly rushing, chasing deadlines, relationships, careers, and experiences. We are led to believe that every moment of stillness or downtime should be filled with action, or worse, that it signifies stagnation. But the reality is that waiting isn't about wasting time. It's about preparing for the future. In the context of relationships, waiting becomes particularly powerful. Many people rush into relationships, feeling the pressure to find a partner quickly or to be in a relationship because society says it's time. Others may fear being alone or think they need someone to complete them. But the power of waiting comes when we take the time to reflect on ourselves, our values, and what we truly want from a relationship. The truth is, when you're not actively growing or refining your own character, you may find yourself in a relationship that doesn't align with your values or vision for the future. When you wait with intention, you aren't simply marking time. You are positioning yourself for greatness. This waiting period is a time to work on yourself, to understand who you are, what you need, and what you want to give. It's a time to grow, to mature emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. In doing so, you create the right environment for the right relationship to come to you, not because you were desperate or rushed, but because you were focused on becoming the best version of yourself. This concept of waiting is not just applicable to relationships, it is something that transcends many areas of life. Whether in your career, your personal growth, or your health, waiting can be a space for cultivation. For instance, when you plant a seed in the ground, you don't expect it to immediately grow into a full tree. You wait, you nurture it, you water it, and you ensure it has the right environment to thrive. The same principle applies to your own life. You must first create a foundation, both within yourself and around you, before you can expect to reap the rewards. The waiting period allows you to build the inner strength necessary for your next phase. You develop resilience, patience, and clarity. Instead of rushing into the next opportunity or relationship, you evaluate each one carefully. You understand the value of timing and the importance of choosing what aligns with your purpose and your true desires. Furthermore, waiting teaches you to embrace the process. It helps you develop the virtue of patience, something that can't be rushed or forced. In our current culture, patience is often undervalued. We are taught to expect instant gratification. But waiting with purpose teaches us that the best things in life aren't always immediate. They are earned and developed over time. When we adopt the mindset that waiting is a time of preparation rather than stagnation, we unlock a different perspective on life. We begin to see waiting as a space to grow stronger, wiser, and clearer. This shift in perspective changes everything. Instead of feeling discouraged by the wait, we start seeing it as an opportunity to refine and expand our capacity to receive what's coming. You are not waiting in vain. You are waiting to become who you are meant to be. So when you find yourself in a season of waiting, don't see it as a pause on your journey. See it as an active process of positioning yourself for the future. Waiting isn't just about passing time. It's about preparing for the greatness that is already on its way. And when you finally meet that moment, when the time arrives for what you've been waiting for, you'll realize that the wait was never a waste. It was your preparation for something extraordinary. In our fast-paced world where social norms often dictate when we should be in a relationship or when we should have found the one, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that our value is tied to being in a relationship. There is a common misconception that to feel complete, we need someone else. However, the truth is far more empowering. The most fulfilling and transformative relationships begin with a solid foundation of self. Understanding. It is only when you truly know who you are that you can build a connection that is rooted in mutual respect, growth, and purpose. Understanding yourself before entering a relationship is one of the most important practices you can adopt. It's easy to overlook this truth, especially when society places so much emphasis on finding love or companionship. However, the foundation of any meaningful relationship is not about finding someone who will fix or complete you. It's about finding someone whose values, vision, and purpose. To attract that person, you must first understand your own values, your own goals, and your own dreams. When you have clarity about who you are and what you want, you are not just dating for the sake of dating. You're dating with a purpose. You know what you bring to the table and what you're seeking in a partner. This clarity allows you to enter relationships not from a place of neediness, but from a place of strength. You're not looking for someone to fill a void. Rather, you are looking for someone who complements the life you are already building. The relationship becomes an extension of your purpose, not a distraction or a substitute for your identity. Often when we rush into relationships without first understanding ourselves, we can inadvertently lose sight of our own needs, dreams, and passions. We may compromise on our values or allow ourselves to be swept up in the moment, believing that the relationship will fill an emotional gap. However, these types of relationships often lead to frustration, disappointment, and dissatisfaction because they are based on a foundation of incomplete self-understanding. You might find yourself in a relationship that doesn't align with your values, or worse, one where you feel unappreciated and undervalued. By focusing on your own growth and understanding, you prevent these pitfalls. It's not about achieving perfection before entering a relationship, but about becoming self-awareness. When you know who you are, you set standards for the type of relationship you want and deserve. You no longer settle for unhealthy dynamics or relationships that don't serve your highest good. Instead, you enter relationships with the confidence that you are whole as you are, and any partnership that you form will only enhance your life. Additionally, understanding yourself enables you to be a better partner. When you're clear about your own needs, boundaries, and emotional triggers, you can communicate these things effectively to your partner. Healthy relationships are built on open communication and mutual respect, which can only occur when both individuals are grounded in their own self-awareness. If you enter a relationship without understanding yourself, you risk projecting your unresolved issues onto your partner, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary conflict. Moreover, knowing yourself and your value allows you to avoid the trap of codependency, a common issue in many relationships. Codependency arises when one partner relies too heavily on the other for validation or support, which can ultimately hinder both individuals' growth. When you know your worth and understand your value, you don't need constant external validation. You can bring your best self to the relationship and in turn allow your partner to do the same. In essence, understanding yourself is not a one-time process but an ongoing journey. It's about continuously evolving, learning, and becoming more aligned with your purpose. When you take the time to understand who you are, you set the stage for a relationship that is based on mutual respect, growth, and shared purpose. You attract not just any partner, but the right partner. Someone who complements your life, supports your vision, and shares your values. And together, you can build something far greater than what either of you could achieve alone. The best relationships are the ones that come from a place of wholeness, not neediness. And that begins with understanding and valuing yourself first. Dating is often seen as an activity to find someone who can meet our emotional needs or complete us in some way. However, this approach can lead to disappointment and dissatisfaction, because relationships are not about seeking validation or filling gaps within ourselves. The true essence of dating is about compatibility, shared values, and a common vision. It's about finding someone who aligns with your purpose and supports your growth, not about seeking someone who will simply fit into your life for the sake of companionship. Dating with purpose means approaching the process with a clear understanding of who you are and what you want in a partner. It is not about playing games, impressing someone with superficial traits, or rushing to find the one. Instead, it is about mutual exploration, learning, and growth. When both individuals bring their authentic selves into the relationship, they create a space for connection that is built on transparency, honesty, and respect. This allows both partners to evolve individually while growing together. Compatibility is more than just shared interests or physical attraction. While those things are important, the real foundation of a meaningful connection lies in shared values and life goals. You don't need to agree on everything, but when you share similar visions for your future, your relationship is more likely to be built on solid ground. This shared vision allows both individuals to support each other's dreams, challenges, and aspirations, which strengthens the bond over time. If your values are misaligned, or if you're heading in different directions, the relationship will inevitably face obstacles that could be difficult to overcome. When dating with purpose, it's important to understand that relationships are not about controlling or changing the other person. Each individual is unique and has their own journey, but when you're aligned in purpose, there's a mutual respect for each other's path. You come together to build something bigger than just the relationship itself. You come together to create a life that supports both individuals in their growth and development. True compatibility means that both partners encourage each other to be the best versions of themselves without trying to mold one another into an idealized version of what the other person thinks they should be. Furthermore, dating with purpose helps you avoid the trap of codependency, which often arises when one person relies too heavily on the other for emotional fulfillment. While it's natural to want support and love from a partner, A healthy relationship is one where both people bring their own sense of fulfillment and independence. When both individuals are grounded in their own sense of self-worth and have clear goals and ambitions, the relationship becomes an extension of their personal growth, not a means of validation or security. This independence within the relationship creates space for both individuals to grow, allowing the bond to deepen over time rather than stagnate. It's also crucial to recognize that dating with purpose means dating with integrity. Integrity means being honest about your intentions and desires, as well as being upfront about your boundaries and expectations. It means being authentic and true to yourself, rather than pretending to be someone you're not in order to impress someone else. When both individuals are operating with integrity, trust is built naturally, and the relationship can move forward in a healthy direction. Lastly, dating with purpose requires patience and a long-term perspective. Many people enter relationships with the expectation of immediate fulfillment, but true relationships take time to develop and flourish. You may not find the perfect partner immediately, and that's okay. Instead of rushing into a relationship because of fear of being alone or societal pressures, focus on the process of discovery. Take your time to get to know yourself, to get to know the other person, and to assess whether you're aligned on important values and goals. The right relationship will come when you are both ready for it, and it will be worth the wait because it is grounded in purpose and mutual respect. In conclusion, dating with purpose is about seeking a partnership that is built on compatibility, shared values, and a mutual vision for the future. It is not about seeking someone to complete you or to fill a void in your life. It's about finding someone who aligns with your purpose and supports your personal growth. When you approach dating with a clear understanding of who you are and what you want, you create the foundation for a meaningful relationship that will not only enhance your life, but also help you evolve into the best version of yourself. Settling for less than what you truly deserve is a common mistake in relationships, and it's often driven by fear. Fear of being alone, fear of not finding someone better, or fear of time running out. Many people enter relationships out of desperation or pressure from others, thinking that any relationship is better than none. However, this approach often leads to frustration, disappointment, and a sense of unfulfillment. The key to avoiding this trap is to understand your own worth, recognize the value you bring to a relationship, and refuse to compromise on what truly aligns with your vision for the future. When you settle for less, you are not only shortchanging yourself, but also the potential of the relationship. Relationships built on desperation or a lack of self-worth often lack the depth and foundation needed for long-term success. Instead of seeking a partnership based on mutual respect and shared values, you may find yourself in a dynamic that is driven by needs, insecurities, or societal pressures. You may end up sacrificing your own needs, values, or dreams just to make the relationship work. But in the process, you lose sight of what truly matters to you. One of the reasons people settle for less is that they don't fully understand their own worth. They may have internalized negative beliefs about themselves, or may feel that they are unworthy of the love, respect, and partnership they truly deserve. When you don't value yourself, it's difficult to attract someone who does. Relationships are mirrors of how we view ourselves. So if you don't believe you deserve the best, you are likely to settle for a relationship that doesn't honor your true value. To stop settling, the first step is to recognize your own value. This means taking the time to reflect on who you are, what you offer in a relationship, and what you deserve in return. Understand that you are worthy of respect, love, and a partnership that encourages growth and mutual fulfillment. You are not defined by past mistakes, societal expectations, or anyone else's opinions. Your worth is intrinsic and doesn't rely on the approval or validation. Once you fully embrace this truth, you stop settling for relationships that don't align with your authentic self. Furthermore, settling often leads to unhealthy dynamics in relationships. When you settle for someone who doesn't share your values or vision for the future, you set yourself up for conflict and dissatisfaction. The excitement of the early stages of a relationship can often cloud your judgment, but eventually, differences in core beliefs and long-term goals will emerge. Instead of embracing these differences as opportunities for growth, you may find yourself compromising on things that truly matter to you just to maintain the relationship. This kind of compromise can erode your happiness, sense of self, and fulfillment over time. The danger of settling is that it can prevent you from finding the partnership that truly aligns with your purpose and desires. You might feel trapped in a relationship that drains your energy or hinders your personal growth. True relationships are built on mutual respect and shared goals, where both individuals are empowered to be their best selves. When you refuse to settle, you open yourself up to a relationship that enhances your life rather than holding you back. You allow yourself to build a partnership that encourages both individuals to evolve, to support each other's dreams, and to move forward together. It's also important to understand that not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. Sometimes people come into our lives for a season, and their purpose is to teach us something or help us grow. If you're constantly settling for less out of fear or insecurity, you might miss out on the opportunity to experience the kind of relationship that allows you to flourish. Trust that when you stop settling, you make room for something better, something more aligned with your purpose and your worth. In the end, the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. When you understand and appreciate your own value, you stop seeking validation from others and instead focus on creating relationships that are grounded in mutual respect, love, and growth. Refusing to settle for less means you are choosing to honor your worth and your future, which ultimately leads to the kind of relationship that supports your evolution and brings you the fulfillment you deserve. Rushing into relationships often comes from a place of impatience or fear, and it can have significant consequences. In a society where instant gratification is the norm, we tend to want things quickly, whether it's success, love, or happiness. When it comes to relationships, however, rushing can lead to unnecessary complications and hurt. True, lasting connections require time, patience, and a willingness to build something meaningful. The rush to find a partner or to speed through the early stages of a relationship can cloud your judgment, diminish the potential for growth, and ultimately result in disappointment. The desire to rush into a relationship is often driven by societal pressure. We're taught that by a certain age, we should be in a relationship, married or settled down. These external expectations can lead to a sense of urgency, causing people to overlook red flags or settle for relationships that aren't right for them. The fear of being alone or feeling as though you're falling behind in life can push you to act impulsively without fully considering whether the relationship aligns with your values, goals, or needs. However, relationships are not something you should enter simply because it's the right time according to society. They should be a reflection of personal readiness, mutual compatibility, and shared vision. Rushing into a relationship also means missing out on the necessary process of self-discovery and personal growth. Each phase of life offers unique opportunities for learning and self-reflection, and it's during these times of solitude and introspection that you can truly understand what you need in a partner. When you rush to fill the space of being single or to find someone who meets external expectations, you forfeit the chance to understand yourself better. By taking time to grow, you create a stronger foundation from which to enter a relationship, one that is grounded in clarity and purpose. If you're in a hurry to be with someone, you might neglect the opportunity to develop the confidence, emotional resilience, and self-awareness that will serve you in a healthy, lasting path. When you rush, you also risk missing the early signs of incompatibility or unresolved issues. Relationships, especially new ones, should be a time of exploration where both individuals take the time to understand each other's personalities, values, and emotional needs. Rushing through this process means skipping the crucial stages of getting to know one another and overlooking areas where you may not align. These misalignments can lead to misunderstandings, frustrations, and even resentment down the road. Taking the time to fully understand who you are dating, not just on the surface level, but in terms of their beliefs, goals, and emotional health, is essential for establishing a solid foundation for the future. Another key aspect of rushing into relationships is the tendency to put unrealistic expectations on the other person. When you rush into a relationship, you may expect your partner to meet all your emotional needs, to provide validation, or to fix your problems. This can create an unhealthy dynamic where the relationship becomes a source of dependency instead of mutual support and growth. True partnerships thrive on a balance of independence and interdependence, where both individuals support each other's growth and aspirations without relying on the other to provide everything they need. Rushing into a relationship may push both partners into assuming roles that aren't sustainable in the long run, which can cause tension and dissatisfaction. Moreover, rushing can lead to the temptation of ignoring personal boundaries or compromising on things that are important to you. In the early stages of a relationship, it's crucial to establish clear boundaries and communicate your needs and desires openly. When you're in a hurry to make things work or to solidify the relationship, you may overlook or downplay your own boundaries to keep the peace or move things along. Over time, this can cause resentment and frustration as your needs are not being met and your partner may not even be aware of what you truly require in the relationship. True, meaningful relationships are not built in a rush. They take time, effort, and a willingness to grow together. Building a strong bond with someone requires both partners to be patient with one another and with the relationship itself. It requires time to learn about each other, to understand each other's perspectives, and to figure out how to navigate life together. Rushing through this process can lead to misunderstandings, unmet needs, and ultimately a relationship that lacks depth and sustainability. By embracing patience and taking your time, you not only ensure that the relationship has a solid foundation, but also honor your own personal journey of growth. Trust the process. Trust that the right relationship will come at the right time, and when it does, it will be based on mutual understanding, shared values, and a strong sense of connection. The best relationships are the ones that evolve slowly, that are built on trust, respect, and a genuine willingness to grow together. Rushing is not only unnecessary, it can be harmful to the potential of a relationship. So take your time, enjoy the journey, and let the right connection unfold naturally. One of the most powerful and transformative aspects of waiting and dating is the realization that the best relationships come when you have worked on yourself and are ready to embrace the fullness of a healthy partnership. The idea of waiting is often misunderstood as merely enduring a period of loneliness or inactivity. But it is far from that. Waiting, especially in the context of relationships, is about preparing yourself for the right connection. A connection that aligns with who you are becoming, and what you truly need in a partner. The misconception many people have about waiting is that it's a passive process. Society often encourages individuals to rush into relationships, and there's often a sense of urgency to meet the expectations of others or to satisfy internal fears of being alone. However, waiting with intention transforms the entire experience. It's not just about waiting for someone to come into your life, but about using that time to reflect, heal, grow, and focus on personal development. During this time, you can build a stronger sense of self-worth, gain clarity on your goals and desires, and foster the emotional maturity required for a meaningful, lasting partnership. The waiting period becomes a valuable opportunity to align yourself with your purpose, to prepare yourself to be the best partner you can be, and to ensure that the relationship you eventually enter into will be one that is mutually fulfilling. Understanding that waiting is an active process allows you to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing waiting as a frustrating or unproductive period, you can view it as a time of self-reflection and growth. This mindset shift empowers you to use this time wisely, investing in your personal development, your emotional health, and your career or passions. It's essential to remember that you don't need a partner to define your worth or purpose. By focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, you not only elevate your own life, but also create the ideal foundation for a healthy relationship. Another important aspect of waiting is the recognition that you are not simply waiting for a partner to complete you, but for a partnership that enhances your life. This mindset change takes away the pressure and desperation that can often cloud your judgment. When you approach waiting with clarity and purpose, you allow yourself the space to attract a partner who complements and supports you, rather than someone who is simply a temporary solution to loneliness or emotional neediness. Waiting can also be a time for healing. Many people enter relationships carrying past emotional baggage or unresolved wounds from previous experiences. These unresolved issues can affect your ability to connect with others in a healthy way. When you are waiting, it is an ideal time to work through these emotional wounds, to heal, and to learn from past experiences. It's essential to enter a new relationship with a clear heart and mind, free from the weight of past pain or bitterness. The right person will not be able to heal your wounds, but a healthy relationship can help support and nurture your growth. However, if you have not taken the time to heal, you may unknowingly project your past experiences onto your new partner, leading to unnecessary conflict or challenges. Waiting also gives you the ability to build patience, an essential virtue in any successful relationship. Relationships are not without challenges, and patience is crucial when it comes to navigating differences, understanding each other's needs, and working through difficult moments. By learning to wait with patience, you prepare yourself for the complexities and intricacies of a healthy relationship. Instead of rushing into a relationship with unrealistic expectations, waiting teaches you to have realistic expectations about yourself, your partner, and the relationship itself. Additionally, waiting gives you the chance to focus on building a life that is fulfilling on its own. The more you build a life that you love, the more you will attract a partner who also loves their life and is ready to build together. A partnership built on two strong individuals who are happy and fulfilled on their own is far more likely to succeed than one based on dependency or the need for external validation. When you wait for the right partner, you also ensure that you are ready to give your best to the relationship, and that the relationship itself will be grounded in shared goals, mutual respect, and love. Lastly, waiting teaches you to trust in the timing of your life. Many people grow anxious when they feel that things are not happening as quickly as they would like. However, when you trust the process and have faith that the right relationship will come at the right time, you release the pressure that comes with rushing into things. Life's timing is often far better than what we could plan, and waiting for the right person allows you to be patient, allowing the universe to bring the perfect match into your life when you're ready. In conclusion, waiting is not a passive experience but an active one. It is a time of preparation, growth, and healing. By focusing on yourself during this period, you create the space for a relationship that will enhance your life, not fill a void. Waiting allows you to develop the patience, self-awareness, and emotional health needed to enter a relationship that is grounded in mutual respect, love, and shared goals. Trust the process and know that when the time is right, the right relationship will come to you and you will be ready to embrace it with open arms. In conclusion, the journey of waiting and dating is not about rushing to fill an empty space, but rather about cultivating a life that is whole, purposeful, and aligned with who you truly are. It's about understanding your own value, embracing the growth that comes from being patient, and dating with a clear vision of what you truly need in a partner. When you focus on building a strong foundation of self-awareness, emotional health, and personal growth, you set the stage for a relationship that will not only enhance your life, but allow both individuals to flourish together. Remember, a fulfilling partnership is not about finding someone to complete you, but about attracting a person who complements the life you are already building. So embrace the waiting period, use it wisely, and trust that the right relationship will come at the right time. The best relationships are those grounded in mutual respect, shared purpose, and the deep understanding that you are already whole. Let patience guide you, and trust that what is meant for you will come when you are ready to embrace it fully.